Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. I got something today and I was just kind of like, I'll open it up, start tearing it open. And then when I peeked in, I was like, you know what? I didn't know much about this product. I kept looking at it, been looking at it for almost 6 months. Got to give a shout out to Man-Made Mead. He started using some. Don't know if he went crazy or if it was a sponsor. I'm not being sponsored in any way. I brew a raspberry ginger saison almost every year. Didn't do it last year, but had done 5 and even 15-gallon batches using 565, 566, different white lab saisons. Tried other types of saison yeasts, and I always brew it with raspberries, real raspberries that I lightly boil. I add to the boil, I add to the first fermentation, the secondary fermentation, and again in bottling. And I add ginger juice directly from grated fresh ginger that's been peeled to the very end. And it's a raspberry ginger saison that is just awesome. Pretty much everybody seems to love it, except my wife, which it's fine. She doesn't like beer. I'm talking about Amoretti, Amoretti. Been looking at the product for a while as a flavoring. I know some people go, oh, but it's not real. You look at the ingredients, it is real. Yeah, they've got some sugar. You're adding sugar with the malts. You're adding corn sugar sometimes when you're doing the boil. Recently I bought some Vintner's Harvest apricot puree. I want to try. Looking to brew an apricot wheat. Think that would be great. But the thing that got me when I looked in this box from Amoretti is, first of all, they have 2 items on back order, a peach and a raspberry, which I'm of course looking forward to them because I only buy ones I really look at using. But they didn't hold the order back. They shipped it, and I saw things showing that I believe it was the peach has already been shipped and the apricot's still on back order. This is what amazed me. Okay, tons and tons and tons of packing. I know some of you are like, oh my God, it's a waste. You know, I get it, but when you get your product and it's broken, you get more upset. So here's some of the things we got. And this is the part that amazed me right here. It's packed in a good, solid box. I mean, this box says 275 pounds is what it's rated at. Gross weight, 95 pounds. It's a solid box. They did all that packing. And then they packed it in a separate package. I'll definitely reuse these containers in a heartbeat. They look like very nice containers. Might be good replacements for what I have the malts in. They're sealed, air sealed. A little bit much for me, but hey, I'm impressed. I reach in, I got bubble wrap inside of a container that was inside of a secure or heavy duty box, packed with paper so it didn't move around or shake. I'm pulling this out. With my luck, I'll drop and break it. That's just the way it works, but hey. And it's plastic. It's not glass, but they have it so packed. Like I thought it was going to be fragile, thin glass. It was packed so safely. Just amazing. Okay, and here's what's funny. I'm telling you this. Every single one of these is packed the same exact way. And the product isn't super cheap, but for what you're getting. But, I mean, look at the packing. This is crazy. Okay? I'm going to take everything out here and show you first. Got to be a cheaper way for packing, but you know, like I said, you might complain, but honestly, if it was broken, you'd be more upset. Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. We'll unpack everything before we go uh-oh. Okay, only a couple more here. And, oh yeah, these containers are definitely getting reused. I will find a purpose for these things. Drives my wife nuts. I hate throwing things away that I think I could use. And then a lot of my friends, we joke that the minute you throw it away, that's when you're like, damn, I need it now. And of course you throw it away. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Red lids. Got 2 more like that. Bear with me here. one of those. Another one of those. I have a feeling I know what happened. And I have a feeling what they did. Which I'm all good with. I kind of feel bad because I know the expense is a little higher. The packing is insanely crazy. I've never had something packed so safely. Yeah. I mean, even Amazon occasionally putting the tiny item inside the giant box with no packing and it shakes around like, yeah. Yeah, okay. That's starting to make a lot more sense. Here we go. But the packing is still amazing. A little labeling on here would be nice for them. They know what's in the bag. Okay. Okay. You may have noticed you received product in a bottle instead of your typical 8-ounce jar. Well, there's a good reason. Your 8-ounce jar is currently out of stock. In the meantime, we are filling the same 8-ounce in bottles. Please note, both jars and bottles are filled 8-ounce by weight. Thank you for the understanding. Okay. So, I ordered I ordered 8-ounce containers, but some of them they did a 2 4-ounce. So let me go through these. We'll start over here. I'm going to rearrange it. I know I just said I'd start over there, but I have a purpose to the madness, or a method to my madness. Okay. Let's see if I can get up here and let you see a little better. Okay. Apricot. And I'm reading the ingredients: cane sugar, dextrose, fructose, apricot, food acids such as citric acid, ascorbic acid, plant extracts, and natural flavors. These are supposed to be extremely shelf stable even after you open them. I figure between this during bottling and the apricot there, a nice apricot wheat ale would be amazing. I've tried artificial apricot flavoring. I've tried artificial raspberry just out of curiosity to see if I could enhance things and make a little more flavor. I taste the glycol that's in them. I can't understand why that's in there and why that's good to drink. It just is nasty, very chemical. Okay, move a little bit more. Okay. Passion fruit, 4 ounces each, so a total of 8 ounces of passion fruit. Same basic ingredients: corn sugar, dextrose, fructose, passion fruit, natural flavor, and plant extractives. Nice passion fruit IPA or pale ale. There's so many ways you could go with passion fruit. I put these over here for a reason. Okay, so we have red velvet, crazy red. If nothing else, it's going to make it red. A red velvet stout or porter. To me, sounds amazing. Sticking with the darker beers, same thing. S'mores porter, s'mores stout. Maybe go through more porter, lower alcohol, and let the flavor kind of stand out. But I have done a s'mores once before. It didn't come out that well. It was okay. I could taste hints of things in there, but it really was hard to get that flavor to come through. And something a little different than I'm used to. And I'm hoping I like cinnamon in my beer, although I've had it with a pumpkin ale that I make, and I'm looking to make it early this year. Put a little too much cinnamon last time, not enough vanilla in my opinion. Other people loved it, especially since I roast about a pound of organic pumpkin puree for about every gallon. So you're talking 5 pounds, and I roast it to get a nice caramelization to bring that flavor out. I hate pumpkin beer that doesn't have real pumpkin in it. It's just not right. Cinnamon bun. Cinnamon bun, cinnamon bun, cinnamon bun. Who doesn't like cinnamon bun, especially with alcohol? Stout, maybe a porter, but probably a stout. That will be amazing. Probably have to put some lactose in there to give a nice creamy sugar taste to it. Very excited. Blown away with my first purchase from Amoretti. Just very, very, very impressive. I kept looking, kept putting things in my cart, taking them out, thinking, researching, watching YouTube videos. There weren't very many out there. Very few from grain to glass, should we say, in the beer world. Lots of reviews on their site for cooking, which is what I guess they're more for. A couple people mentioning stuff about beer but not giving any real details. But impressed. I mean, they delivered, they apologized, they still made sure to get stuff to me. They packed it beyond safe. I mean, they could teach people how to safely pack stuff. I've recently got 2 orders from beer supply companies I normally order from that are usually great at packing. And one of them, I think it was the guy's first day. It was horrible. I mean, the whole box was falling apart. Lifted up. I had another box from someone where literally they had the paper where they ran out of tape and they just stuck it on the ends. So the whole box just opened it up by just pulling on it. You didn't have to break the tape or anything. It was ridiculous. Lazy is what that was. Amoretti could teach a lot of companies how to pack safely. A little excessive in my opinion, but I would rather be happy and safe than damaged in shipping. Thank you again and welcome again if you haven't already joined our channel. Bitter Reality Brewing. We do beer. We'll be doing some meads. Like I said, a shout out to Man-Made Mead for doing a great job on the Amorettis and getting me excited enough to actually pull the trigger and make an order. Also, occasionally we do a little bit of wine. If you liked the video, entertained, learned something new, learned something, like I was blown away. I mean, that's just great customer service, and they thought from beginning to end. Feel free to hit the like. It's very much appreciated. Comments, questions. Hopefully, maybe if you're seeing the video a little later after it's been posted, we've already brewed a few things with these. Feel free to ask. We can share the links. We can tell you about how it went. Hopefully the tastes, are just as amazing from what I'm hearing about as they will be when I use it and brew it. Very excited. Thank you again.